Team Post Media here outside the Quicken Loans Arena. The Raptors have just gone through shoot-around ahead of Game 5, which will be a massive contest. Mike Ganter, what do you think about the fact that the team that has won Game 5 and series tied 2-2 has won about 87% of the time in the series? How much pressure does that put on both teams?
I think there's an enormous amount of pressure on both teams. I think, you know, right now I think Toronto has a bit. I never want to say they have a huge advantage, but they have a bit of an advantage because they've got Cleveland thinking about them now. But Bismack Biyombo's in their heads. I mean, I really didn't see this coming, but you know, here you are, and you've got to take advantage of this situation. Scott, do you think Toronto has a legit shot?
I do. I thought it was interesting that all the questions from the Cleveland reporters were about whether there was more pressure on Cleveland now. I mean, I think it's interesting that the city and the media and the fan base is kind of reeling at this point and thinking like, oh God, here we go again. This team hasn't won a title in 52 years. LeBron can't do it all himself. So, I mean, to the extent that that seeps into the locker room, I think it's interesting. I mean, Toronto, they all kept saying, nope, same pressure on us as them. So, you know, they're not buying into that notion, but I certainly thought it was interesting that Cleveland might be reeling.
And Ryan, I mean, Jonas Valanciunas, it looks like he was available. They didn't need him the last game, but it looks like he's going to get into this game. What kind of impact do you think he can have on the proceedings in Game 5?
I talked to DeMar Carroll a bit about it, and he thinks Jonas really plays well on the road. He just punishes. He's so aggressive, so attacks the boards, and he thinks he can just, you know, take it to the Cavs and get in their heads a bit more by throwing them around a little bit. As long as he doesn't pick up fouls, you know, he can score easily in the post if he gets the ball. I'm not sure exactly how they work him in because he can't really play with Bismack Biyombo and the Cavs going small, but you know, he can come in, play a few minutes, bang some bodies around, score a few points, and you know, help the Raptors out. Anyways, we'll see what happens tonight. For Mike Ganter, the Toronto Sun, Scott Stinson of the National Post, Ryan Wolster of the Toronto Sun in Cleveland.
And at the end of the day, whether it's the energy with my team